Alright guys, have you had enough fruits this week? A couple days ago I did a video on Dolce & Gabbana's new fruit collection fragrances, and today we're speaking about another Italian house, and this time it's Xerjoff's Amabile, this one right here. I think Amabile stands for or means lovely in Italian. Today in the Southward Bond review video I will review Amabile for you, and we have a full bottle giveaway for a subscriber of this channel in the USA thanks to the USA distributor of Xerjoff. If you're curious to learn about Amabile, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. Yes, today I'm talking about Xerjoff's, or one of Xerjoff's latest releases, Amabile, here in this bottle. And I'm absolutely in love with the color of this bottle. It's just really, really beautiful, striking, very vivid. And it kind of represents the main fruit that's in this particular fragrance. And I'll let you know all about the fragrance. But before I do, if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you still haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So Amabile was a fragrance I was very excited about. I don't really read reviews about fragrances, and I usually like to explore fragrances myself and smell them, but you know, I have not been able to travel to do any smelling currently, obviously. So I requested this bottle to be sent to me, and today I'm doing a full review of it, and the opinion's all my own. So Amabile from Xerjoff is a 2020 launch. It's considered an Oriental spicy fragrance. The perfumer is Maurice, and the price is a 100 ml bottle for $300. And for notes here, what we have for Amabile at the top is green apple, Amalfi lemon, Calabrian bergamot. Heart notes features orange blossom, pink pepper, jasmine, Guatemalan cardamom. Finally, in the base notes, we have Cedar, Atlas, Indonesian patchouli, Mexican vanilla, and white musk. So what do we get with Amabile? Upon initial spray, it's a big blast of apples. It's huge blast of apples with lots of citruses. And I was expecting a little more of a crisp appley fragrance, especially knowing that it's got green apple, and green apples generally tend to go crisp. But for me, the experience with this fragrance was a very, very sweet start. So very ripe apple, very, very fragrant. You do definitely experience that here at the top. It's overly sweet and it's overly fruity right away. But you do also pick up the citruses, even though I feel like the apple experience might be drowning out the citrus experience, but you definitely pick it up here at the top. But while I'm enjoying the apple at the top, I'm starting to pick up a very aromatic spiciness of cardamom. Cardamom is actually competing or trying to compete with the apple at the top, and I feel like cardamom can be a good complementer for green apple. But I felt like cinnamon would have been a little better, a spice to throw in here, because I've had many desserts with apples and cinnamon, things like that. And I felt like the cardamom is so strong here. It almost kind of goes into a slight spicy, soapy kind of a direction, which was a little bit of a contrast with the apple at the top. But here along the way you also experience some orange blossom as you're wearing it. It definitely comes in, but green apple and cardamom are competing with one another. There's a lot of cardamom here in contrast to the very, very sweet apple. And again, as I said, the apple doesn't have a crispness about it. It's a very ripe apple. Almost like when you're biting into it, you can hear that crispy crunchiness. It doesn't experience it that way here. And going back to the idea of adding cinnamon in contrast to the cardamom, cardamom has a fresh spiciness to it. Cinnamon, on the other hand, is a warm spiciness. So I think the idea behind this fragrance is more of a warm and fresh experience, whereas if we added that cinnamon in, it would have just gone into the warm direction, even though it has that apple note in it. While the fragrance is drying down to the base, you do experience lots of vanilla. Vanilla is also another main player here, but for me, it's all about the apples, the cardamom, and then of course the vanilla, the Mexican vanilla. So it does get very, very sweet, but you're experiencing all of the notes throughout the life of the fragrance, because green apple is so prominent, the cardamom is so prominent, the vanilla is so prominent, so there's a sweet, spicy fruitiness about the fragrance throughout the lifetime of the fragrance. Some light patchouli comes in with a little bit of a musk, and that's the end of the wearing experience of this particular fragrance. So as I said, this is not one of my all-time favorite Xerjoff fragrances. I just felt like the cardamom just so pungently strong that I felt like if they changed it with cinnamon, for me, I think it would have been a little bit of a better wearing experience for me, but that's just me. You might think of it as a different experience when you test it out. But I also want to just reiterate the fact that this is a fresh and warm spicy together. You do experience the fresh aromatic spicy touches of the cardamom, and it's not warm like cinnamon would react or experience in this particular fragrance. So there is that whole factor about it, the fact that there's a fresh spiciness about it, not necessarily ultra warm with the vanilla that's also in here. One other thing I want to say is when I was wearing the fragrance, and I think this is something subconscious, I'm experiencing something like coffee grounds in the fragrance. And the fact that I've had coffee with cardamom in the past, maybe that's kind of like the experience I was having. But either way, it's a very long-lasting fragrance, but definitely this is not one of my all-time favorite Xerjoff fragrances. But then I think you guys should definitely test it out if you like fragrances that features apple, cardamom, vanilla, and things like that. So it does remind me of a sweet dessert, but I would have rather have had the cinnamon instead of the cardamom in this particular case, even though I love cardamom in fragrances. So that's my thoughts on Amabile from the house of Xerjoff. We do have a full bottle giveaway. All you have to do is click the link in South Raban, head over there and find out how to participate for your chance to win a bottle. This is a USA only giveaway and sponsored by the USA distributor of Xerjoff. Once you do participate in the giveaway, come back here and let me know what your thoughts are on Amabile if you have sampled it already. What do you think of the idea of the notes and how the fragrance experiences with me? Let me know, put some comments down so I can find out. Also, let me know what your thoughts are on Xerjoff as a house in general and which your favorite fragrances are from Xerjoff. Please put a comment down so I can find out. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching my review for Amabile from Xerjoff. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.